Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Modern Day Mystic Show. Our mission here is to help you turn whatever you desire into real-life manifestations by sharing our revolutionary technology to make that happen for you. We bring you such cutting-edge information through our resident wizard, Peter Schenk, and also through such magical guests each week that are really making a difference to improve our lives on a variety of levels. I'm your co-host, Donna, along with the founder of this program, the Modern Day Mystic himself, Peter Schenk. Peter, how are you?
How are you? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the special edition of the 30-Day Body, Mind, and Spirit Challenge. Before we kick this off, I want to do a water blessing. Everyone, please get a glass of water. No technology tonight. We're going old school. Glass of water in front of you. Take your hands, wrap it around the glass, please, and touch your fingers, but make sure you're not touching the glass. If you have bottled water, put it off to the side. If you can't get your hands around it, you can always come back later and watch the recording. Today, the water blessing is about matching the energy of these amazing individuals that we have. So with that said, wrap your fingers around your glass, put your attention on the water. Energy that is in physical form or non-physical form will do anything for you as long as you acknowledge its existence. So with your hands around that glass, you'll feel the energy coming out from the water and moving into your hands. At that point, you put your attention on the water and you repeat the words out loud. I honor the space in which you exist. That acknowledgement excites the water. That energetic flow from the water and your fingers will increase. Again, this is to match the energy of these amazing individuals we have tonight. Bottoms up. That one tastes good. So Donna, what are we talking about tonight? The 300-day challenge. Oh my God. It's like never ending, man. Just putting these videos together has been off the chart. But we've completed day 23 today. I got to tell you, folks, I'm going to get into it in a minute. These folks have brought it, and tonight you're going to see all that live. Donna?
Yes.
Tell us about them, please.
You bet, you bet. Well, we've got some amazing folks here, some amazing souls. We've got Rino Soriano, Wendy Johns, Barajas, Jim Standish, and Dr. Howard Silverman. And these individuals are going to be bringing to you their expertise every day. So this is something that is extremely exciting, something that Peter put together, and here we are. So it's going to be a wonderful 30 days.
So folks, 3 months ago, you know, I get these brain dumps, these brainstorms, and I get highly invigorated to get something done. So the original school of thought was I get the brain dump to bring something to the world that no one has ever seen before. So I was so pumped at the end of August, beginning of September. I'm like, I'm going to do this in November. And, you know, when I started thinking through the mechanics of it, I'm like, that ain't going to happen. There's no way. So I believe initially we kind of put the feelers out there. An email went out. And within 2 weeks, this amazing team was born. And what we have done is we have assembled, in the process of assembling, 30 videos ranging from 30 minutes to an hour every day. Everyone does a segment within the videos, and they just bring this amazing coalition of techniques, energy, things that you have never seen before. So, of course, I'm a part of it, and I'm covering the body, mind, and spirit. And I'm showing you how you utilize Light Body 3.0, the Source 5, and Aquaware 5. And as part of it in there, over a few days, I show you how to really utilize this technology to free the mind, to sharpen the body, and of course, bring the spirit into alignment. And when the body, mind, and spirit are in alignment, beautiful things happen in your life. I'm showing you techniques that you have never seen from me before, utilizing sacred geometry to bring the body, the mind, and spirit into alignment. I'm taking techniques out in the forest, and I'm showing you how to utilize the power of nature to bring and cultivate this absolutely mind-blowing energy. So that's enough about me. So we're actually going to start with Rino tonight. Rino, who are you?
Howdy, Howard. Hi, Peter. How you doing?
Doing great. Doing great. So you have been an amazing influence on myself. You're in the desert every day. You're doing these high energies, and you're sending me a lot of really valid information, which I did fall off the wagon about 3 weeks ago. I started about 3 weeks ago, fell off the wagon, back on it for 3 days, and I'm seeing amazing changes utilizing parts of your system. So who are you, and what are you bringing to the table in this challenge?
Well, essentially, as far back as I can remember, when I was a kid, I was into nutrition. I was making my own BLTs and pancakes when I was like 4 and 5, and grew up with an Italian family. My mom would make homemade cheese and sauce and breads, and we had a garden. So I just grew up with pure, wholesome stuff, and it just was a thing that was naturally drawn to me. And I always had a liking for preparing these fun, delicious meals. Even though my mom would make some great stuff, I would usually make my own stuff on the side as well. So, and then going through life, you get your butt whooped and you learn things, but I was always physically healthy and vibrant. And then I hit a period in my life where started not feeling right. And I was going to the gym 3 to 5 days a week. I was eating clean, and something was not right with my health. And long story short, put the pieces together. Emotionally, I was not well. I was holding on to a lot of stuff from my childhood, and I did not know how to express myself, and I held a lot of feelings in, and that kind of withered my, kind of wreaked havoc on my, my whole health system. And so through that, seeking to repair myself and kind of bring myself back to what I call vibrant health, I set out on a mission, and little by little, I did that, but I discovered some profound things. And a lot of what's being taught in the health field is very limiting, and a lot of it's counterproductive. And so I'm here to set a new precedent for human health. For me, your health is the gateway to your expansion and evolution. There's all these modalities out there and tools, but your body is the gateway to expansion and evolution. So I tell people, there's a lot of gimmicks out there in the health field. There's a lot of products being pitched and hyped. I'm here to say the fulcrum is your body, but you need to learn and honor your health, because your health is individual unto you. There is no one magic diet, no one magic supplement that serves everybody. Your health is as individual as your fingerprint. So for some people, they do better on higher fat, higher protein diets. Other people, they do better more on vegetarian diets. So we can't be promoting a box anymore with health. We need to listen to ourselves. We need to go within our bodies and feel our way through. And if you do that, you experience, I believe, higher results. And the results I've had with clients it's very phenomenal, to the point where people are like, I've never thought I could feel this way. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just teaching you how to align with your genetic blueprint, your mental, emotional, spiritual makeup. And then I'm also listening to my intuition of where you're at. So there is no one magic way as it's being purported out there. And I have one question for everyone that thinks there's one way. Where's the proof? Where are all the fit, healthy, radiant people? And that's right, what I say. So we have all these paradigms. So we have all these paradigms teaching this box, and people get hoodwinked into buying into this box. But I say, where's the proof? I go to the health food store every day. I've been doing it for 20 years, and I don't see many people as fit, healthy, and radiant. I see people thinking they're healthy. I see some people that are fit, but just because you're fit doesn't mean you're healthy inside, internally. Okay, so for me, it's your health is your responsibility. It's your link. It's your bridge to expansion. It's the quickest way to expand yourself. When you're fit, healthy, and radiant, it's going to translate into emotions and activating certain brain faculties that tie you into higher faculties. So if you want to expand, go to the health, because that's the most important aspect. All these other things, meditation and all these tools are good, but I think they're very limiting compared to what you can achieve if you get in sync with your body and nourish it the way it's designed. And the final piece that I teach is your consciousness is actually the greatest creator of your health. So how are you using your consciousness? What paradigms do you believe? How old do you think you can live? All these are actually influencing your DNA and cells and atoms every day. So your consciousness is the greatest creator of your health. So I kind of, yes, the physical is important, but how are you leading with your consciousness? And I find a lot of people have just treasure troves of these outdated beliefs and limiting beliefs about health and wellness. And so where did they get them? From society, from, courses and teachers. And we need to dismantle all that. And we need to get back to our fulcrum, which is coming into our heart and feeling our way and seeing what's best for us. And it becomes quite magical what happens when someone starts inputting clean nutrition, but they also start rewiring their brain and kind of keeping it more simplistic, because your body is not designed to take capsules, and you can't get health in a bottle. I'm sorry. That just hasn't proven itself. There's that paradigm that has been in full effect for 40, 50 years now, the supplement industry, and they're making billions of dollars a year. And where are the fit, healthy, radiant people? So I have a different perspective on health. And I tell people, you want to expand, focus 99% of your energy and intentions on expanding your health, and watch the rest of your life expand as well. So that's where I come from.
And the thing, Donna thought you were the quiet one of the bunch. Not. So you've got this amazing recipe book, and you've got my favorite is the turkey burgers by far. Can you kind of tell us how that came into being and where those ideas came from?
Honestly, I'll have an idea. Like, I look out in society and I see all these, these meals, and usually they're unhealthy. So what I do is I sink in and I find a healthy spin on whether it's macaroni and cheese and pizza. And so my brain is so creative that I'm always looking for opportunity of how I can create a new recipe. So I did have my own restaurant, and I made all these, what I call fun food, fantastic recipes. And people would come into my restaurant, and people who were very picky, like to the point where they were never satisfied, within a half hour of having a meal in my restaurant, they would like transform. They would become so kind and gentle, and they would want to see me and ask, how did you produce it? Because I've been to hundreds of restaurants, had this meal 100 times. Why is yours different? And I was like, well, first of all, I'm using pure ingredients. Number two, I'm putting love and conscious intentions into the food, and I'm just keeping it simple. And I was actually doing less as far as ingredients and stuff. I was keeping very minimal, but my thing is my passion, my love, and I was just putting a healthy spin on everything, and people got their socks knocked off. So that's I put a healthy, fun spin, so it's appealing to the taste buds. Because if you go to someone that's been eating grunge for years and you put them on healthy, bland stuff, they're not going to stick with it. So I've come up with an ingenious way of putting my healthy spin on it, so it appeals to the taste buds, so they stick with it. And so you've had some experiences with that, and it speaks for itself. So
absolutely. Do you want to share anything else with the audience before we move on?
Yes. And again, I'll go back to health is your link to evolution, to expansion. If you can only feel if I could give you the experience for 10 seconds, what it's like when you're fit, healthy, and radiant, and you're what I call blinged out. We're here to be brilliant as 10 million suns, okay? How can you walk in society with a low vibe, being overweight, having skin conditions? That's not a pathway to expansion. You need to have the radiance. You need to have the life force, because it takes life force to manifest. If you don't have the life force energy, where are you going in life? And most people are doing it butt backwards. They're trying to accumulate wealth and manifest, and they think that when they have the money, that's when they're going to get slim, healthy, and radiant. It's not going to happen. You have to do it. You have to flip it. And you have to health is your foundation, radiance, and life force. Life force, with life force, you can go out and create. And then, again, I say your health is your wealth. So let's flip it. Let's take money off its pedestal. Let's put health as the foundation to everything. So even if you want your relationships to improve, get fit, healthy, and radiant, and watch what happens to your relationship. It's very simplistic, but yet most people are doing it what I call butt backwards. And so we need to, let's get back to simplicity, a simple foundation. Focus 99% of your attention, your energy, and focus on your health, and watch what happens. I've seen miracles with just shifting people's little mini habits in their lifestyle, and bam, they've had miracles in the rest of their life. So I think I've said enough for now.
Awesome.
For that.
Wendy, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I would just say ditto what Rino said.
Yeah, I'm still blinging from that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Wendy, who are you and what are you bringing to the table?
Well, I'm a health and personal development coach from Louisville, Kentucky. And I kind of got my start in the health and just right out of high school. I got into working for GNC, then managing my own store. Really liked it, just fit in real well there. But I had a back up to age 14, I had an experience where I did a self-healing on myself. It just kind of intuitively came to me. So from that point forward, I realized that the individual is in control of their own healing. So fast forward, mid-late 20s, I started having some health challenges like Reno, even though I was doing so-called everything that would be healthy, supplements, exercise, the right food, beginning to have chronic fatigue. And so going to the regular allopathic doctor really yielded no answers. I was very frustrated, but it launched me into my own research. And I found that I had a bunch of food sensitivities that I thought, you know, they're healthy foods, but my body chemistry did not agree with it. So that was really inspiring to me, because once I tailored and took out the foods that were causing the my health problems, I kind of got my life force back. Ended up years later becoming a health coach, and it's really been my passion my whole life. People come to me with low energy, they need to balance their blood sugar, they can't control heartburn. The standard medical model can't help people with something as simple as that without putting them on a prescription that has side effects. So that's very common. And a few years after doing health coaching, I realized that I needed to add in the emotions. And this is what is so exciting about this project, Peter, because you have to cover the body, mind, and spirit, the energy. And Reno's spot on with the consciousness. That's the interface for everything. You have to turn yourself inward and work on yourself, because once you get the life force back and you are excited to actually be in the world, then you can spread the light, you can spread the energy. And that's what it's all about. Have self-care. Most people are running, and they don't even stop to ask, why am I having these symptoms? And we have to make the body a friend, not take our symptoms and try to squash them and forget about them. So yeah. So I fit right in with this group. I love it, and this is a wonderful opportunity. And what I've brought to the table here in the 30-day challenge are the highlights of what I share with people. So in my programs.
Awesome. People, you know, if you really want to be a part of this, it's completely free. Sign up on the MDM website. Emails will start going out in the new year, focusing on, you know, bringing more knowledge about these professionals and what we're ultimately want to do. And that is to, you know, make your life balanced and completely excellent, pushing you in ways that you have never been challenged before. I mean, you know, so as the videos are coming in, I'm watching them and I'm just like, oh my God, I got so much work I got to do. And I thought I had done it all. I haven't done anything yet. This stuff is amazing. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.
Jim, how are you, sir? You're on mute, buddy.
I'm not on mute anymore.
So who are you, my friend?
See me okay?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Hey, thanks for having me. I just happened to stop by. I saw you guys online. I figured I'd pop in and say hi.
Hey, it's a conference party. Come on in. So you are working in the spirit pillars.
Yes. And you know, I want to resonate. So what Rino and Wendy said, and said I think is very important, is that consciousness absolutely trumps everything. And we are so loaded with belief systems and you know what we believe, and what we believe is largely what we've been taught. And I think a lot of us are figuring out that what we've been taught, you know, sometimes is a bunch of poop. So I have been fascinated by ancient cultures, right? That's one thing that I have just always been fascinated by, is ancient cultures, ancient peoples. So one of the things that I'm bringing to the table are a couple of systems that are thousands of years old. And what I want to do and share with people, and again, I totally agree with Reno that there is no one fit. That everybody has an opportunity to express themselves, and I think everybody should have the opportunity to kind of choose their own path if they will. So what I'm bringing is a couple of ancient tools, tips, techniques, some ancient systems that will help, I believe, help you find some inner calm. I could all agree that planet Earth can be a very challenging place. Always has been, probably always will be. So if we can ground ourselves and find inner peace within ourselves, it certainly makes some of the stuff that's going on around us a little less, maybe a little less important, but a little easier to take.
So, in brief, what is the system I Ching? What is that?
Well, I'm bringing a couple of different things to the table.
I mean, it's got a nice ring to it, right? I Ching ring, kind of. Yeah.
Sure. But if the I Ching itself.
I Ching or I Ching? I Ching is more modern, I think, like the iPhone, and
Well, it depends on your culture. And if you were Chinese, and I Ching is predominantly a Chinese, if the Chinese pronounce it I Ching, even though it says I Ching. So a lot of Westerners look at it and they see the I and they see Ching and they pronounce it I Ching. If you were to meet a Chinese person and they looked at that word, they would tell you it's I Ching. How did I do? Did I answer your question?
You did, but can you explain a little bit about what the system is and how people can benefit from it?
Absolutely. We share a bunch of different things. So when we get into I Ching systems, I Ching systems is something that I've been involved with for over 30 years. And we manufacture some handheld instruments that work on balancing the system from the inside out. So what we have now actually is photographic evidence, if you will. I don't know if anybody's heard of Kirlian photography. Kirlian photography has been around since about the 60s, and there is a Russian scientist. Some of the Russians are way ahead of us Americans on some of these things. Don't know why, but there's a Russian scientist, Dr. Korotkov, that has developed GDV technology, gas discharge visualization technology, that works with Kirlian photography. And I can now demonstrate, finally, after 30-something years, we can finally demonstrate photographically that this actually does something to you, and it balances your system, it balances your chakra system, and we can actually visualize that photographically.
Awesome. In speaking of that, we're going to be taking the entire HFA line and we're going to be having Aurora videos made of the energetic fields here in the new year. So there's some definitely cool stuff coming. Awesome. Very much looking forward to it.
Crazy. I mean, I hope, it's my hope, and a lot of people that are behind this who hope that this new technology will be the diagnostic technology of the future. I mean, can you imagine if you went to the doctors and they took a photograph of you and you could actually see visually energetic imprint of all your organs? It would certainly probably save an awful lot of surgeries, an awful lot of common medical practices. So it's very interesting stuff.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Dr. Howard.
There we go.
There you go. How are you? Who are you?
Fine.
The world wants to know. Inquiring minds want to know who you are.
So do I. Oh my.
So, just something interesting. You have more titles than you do letters in your name. Can you just kind of mind-boggling?
You didn't even mention the photographic.
Should we start when I was Philadelphia Interscholastic Chess Champion back in 1960?
Oh,
Or should
8
we
years before I was around?
I'm probably older than almost anybody here. I went to Temple University. I went to Princeton University, have my PhD from the Department of Aerospace and Mechanical Sciences with thesis work in solid state physics. And then I went out into industry, and shortly after that, I taught a little bit, programmed computers, designed equipment for Hewlett-Packard, and became a chiropractor. I did a few other things in the middle, like studied psychology under a Ford Foundation grant. Very interesting. I studied Adlerian psychology. Adler was a contemporary of Freud who got very quick results. Freud got very long results. So he ran a good smear campaign against Adler, so Adlerians couldn't get hired until 1954.
I guess that was successful.
It was very successful. But anyway, when I learned enough about people from studying the psychology at night, I had some children who I had to learn how to deal with. So it was as much for me as for anybody else. I finally decided I understood people as much as well or better than I understood computers and machines. And by the way, I learned to program on one of the first transistorized computers. Before that, they were all tubes. That's true. Anyway, I decided now it's time for me to go work with people. I went off to become a chiropractor.
And here you are. And how, your videos are awesome like everyone's. And everyone has their own personalities, their own way of bringing it. And you are definitely here for a reason. Can you kind of cultivate that and explain what you're bringing?
Well, yeah, let's see how to start on that. I had funny experiences that didn't mesh with what science said reality was probably since I was a kid, because all the kids would beat me up in the neighborhood and I'd understand why, and I couldn't be mad at them. But later when I was playing chess, squares would light up. And if I moved, I know what piece to go put there. And when I put it there, the other person's game would collapse. And I said, well, this must be what masters do. And then when I got to college, if I didn't know couldn't figure out an answer in a physics test, I'd call the teacher over and say, I'd ask a question. And I wasn't sure if I was then picking the answer out of the air or out of nowhere or out of the teacher's head. And I thought, well, that's weird. I'm going to keep quiet about that. But it turns out I was not picking out of the teacher's head. I was capable of it, but that's not what I was doing.
I did a 5-year engineering school in 2.5 years. And you know how I did it? I didn't study hard. I studied smart. I studied the psychology of my professors and became their #1, not best student, but the more like friendly type. And I made the dean's list every semester. It was amazing. And I only put in a fraction of the work.
Yeah.
It's all about the psychology of the human.
I didn't study. I'm dyslexic. And I thought I was, but nobody ever told me, so I never told anybody. Fairly recently, I figured out, yeah, I'm definitely dyslexic. And I always had trouble with spelling. But when I read, I don't read the individual words. I read enough words that I can fill in the rest. And then it doesn't matter if they're actually on the page. Doesn't matter what the sequence of numbers are. And in, I guess my mid-30s, I had this odd experience. I was kissing my wife at a marriage encounter weekend in a Catholic monastery. And all of a sudden, I wasn't here. I was with God in heaven. Most unbelievable experience I can ever imagine. And I can't even begin to describe the beauty and the love. And I came away from that experience well, the priest that was running the weekend, and by the way, I'm Jewish, I'm not Catholic, but I deal with people in any religion. And I came away from that. The priest took one look, knew exactly what had happened. He was a Pentecostal Catholic priest, and I'll stop there with religion. And I walked around. Well, my feet didn't quite touch the ground all weekend. Everybody knew it. My wife's didn't either. She was mad at me because I had the full visual and she only had the feeling. And people looked at me for 3 months and there was a glow about me that most people who didn't see auras could see. I was also pretty confused. Fortunately, I had a good rabbi.
So let's fast forward a little bit. And you're here tonight with all of us, and you've completed your videos. Absolutely amazing. What are you bringing to the 30-day Body, Mind, and Spirit Challenge?
Okay, what I'm bringing to this is I'm in full agreement with the other speakers about nutrition. I met a man once and have known people who met people who don't have to eat ever, which is really weird. And it's in the published literature. I found it.
Well, I'm Italian. I like to eat, and I'll never stop eating. It's just
I have a close friend who only eats fruit. He gets sick if he eats other stuff.
So yes.
Different people need different diets. And because with my background and with some other things I've been through with health problems, I'm very sensitive to energy, and I'm very sensitive to my energy and what my brain does. And my brain misbehaves if my diet's off. And a lot of people's brains are misbehaving, and the establishment is not recognizing that a lot of the problems that are driving people nuts out there could very well be because they have them on the wrong diet for their personality.
Or all the Prozac they're on.
Well, the high protein diets can only work for a few people. A lot of other people will suffer, and their brains will suffer. I go into some of this. I also go into some energy work, how to get yourself started in energy work. And the third thing I bring is some scientific validity to all this weird stuff that some of which will go on your show. Hey,
careful. Choose your words wisely.
Basically, when I say weird, it means that there's a reality framework that is not what's being taught and not what has been taught. Except I've discovered there's a very interesting set of research done at Princeton about 10 years after I left by the aerospace department.
For 30 years.
For 30 years, they did this research. And they were studying how the human mind, if you program a computer to only program random numbers, how the human mind can make it not program random numbers by just thinking about it. They know that reality is not what we've been told. And there's been enough research on this in a number of fields, and I'm familiar with a number of fields where there has been research done on reality. And so what most people think is weird is not. And most of the magic that people on this show are capable of doing is not magic. Magic is just something that's magic until we understand the whys.
Hence the childlike energy in everything we do, because the world is magic. And if
we have control of energy, absolutely. And so I probably bring some validity, or at least, if not complete validity, confusing people enough so they're not sure exactly what they think, so maybe they'll be a little more open-minded.
You mastered that long ago.
I know, but some of the audience hasn't, and that's one of the reasons. I believe that the people who watch this show will be the people who are supposed to watch the show.
Absolutely. Anyone being drawn to the 30-day Body, Mind, and Spirit Challenge is here for, you know, a reason of their own, and the variety that we're offering through all of your expertise and knowledge is just top of the line. Top of the line. Any closing statements?
It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody else has come up with. And I'm revising my website now, so anybody that goes there, it looks weird because it has being revised, but I'm going into the next phase of my life right now. Hopefully might have finally figured out what to do when I grow up.
I'm not going to comment on that because that's just going to take me on a tangent in a different direction.
I want to thank you, Peter, and everybody else who's going to
Thank you, sir. All right, next up, our very own Donna Whittington. Yay!
Thank you. Hey,
So
Peter.
you are an integral part of the 30-day challenge. And who are you? Well, it's kind of a silly question. And what are you bringing to the table?
Well, folks, of course, you know me as Peter's co-host on the Modern Day Mystic Show, the MDM show. So I'm Donna Whittington. For those of you who don't know me, I am Donna Whittington. And when Peter was...
Wait. One more time. For those that don't know you, you're Donna Whittington, right?
I am Donna Whittington.
You know, Donna, I never see you nervous, man, but you are so nervous right now. Oh my God, your head's gonna explode.
You're only gonna help it. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm Donna, and when Peter first started this, I wanted to get in on this, and I thought, I don't know if I should ask him, maybe I should. But what I wanted to bring to the table, about relationships and about sex, and I wanted to do that for the 30 days. So that's what I will be concentrating on: relationships, love, intimacy, sex, all of that, and we're gonna have some fun. Now, how I got started in this was probably about, well, kind of like Howard, going way back in my life, in my early 20s when I was going to my undergrad and my graduate work. I wanted to be a sex therapist, and I thought, you know, I'm in my 20s, you know, my family is going to freak out. People are going to think, oh, she's a freak, you know, all of those kinds of things. So I did the safe thing, and I went into social work. So I got my degrees in social work, but there's always been that underlying nagging, that passion that I wanted to be able to talk about relationships with people. And so was my entryway into that. And so I asked Peter, and so here I am. Now, the things that I'm going to be concentrating on is how to be not just with yourself, but how to be with others. And the most important thing is starting with the self so that you can be with others. And I think that is so important. I think in relationships, we forget who we are in the relationship with the other person because we want to care for them, but we also have to make sure that we are caring for ourselves as well. So I talk a lot about that, about the self, and to take care of the self and be about you so that you can be about others and your partner. And then I go into how do we keep the relationship going? How do we keep the sparks flowing? I did a really fun video just the other night, and so you guys will be able to see that in the 30-day challenge. And we're talking about just, you know, things around your house and how you can bring that into with your partner or even by yourself, because it's important to explore how you feel about things as well. And if you have a partner, explore with your partner. So yes, so there's just a lot of things that I am bringing to the table here. And we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun talking about sex. And also really taking the taboo out of sex, bringing the sacredness, talking about the beauty of sex. Because if we are, goofy about sex and, talk about the taboo, we're just going to bring that type of unconscious behavior to our kids. So we don't want to do any of that, but we want to bring sex out into the open because it is a beautiful thing.
So folks, just so you know, when Donna's portion of the 30-day videos come up, there's an explicit warning, maybe R, maybe X. It just, I haven't watched them all yet, but we'll get to that.
You must be 18. That's not true, folks. I'm sorry. Peter and I have this ridiculous sense of humor, but that's not true. You don't have to be 18 to watch it. It's very educational.
There's some parts we had to mute the sound on it, but it's all good to go. Thank you, Donna. Maria, I got to tell a quick story. In the pre-show, Maria dematerialized into her ethereal body because her energy was so high. And then literally 1 minute before we went live, poof, she was back. How are you? Who are you? What do you bring?
Oh, I'm doing great, Peter. Thank you, everyone watching, everyone on the show. Thank you so much. I'm really enthusiastic about this. And if I'm enthusiastic about this, it's just off the charts.
So you're doing some amazing videos. And what are the videos about? What are you teaching? What are you bringing?
Everything I have to offer is about being out of the box. And what if you were the creator of your reality? You're the alchemist. You're the master. So how can we empower you to create from that space of being instead of just going forth with what you've been taught and what you've been told is right or wrong? It's all about being and mastering your reality. It's really magic. What we were speaking about earlier with the energy, we're the geniuses. We're the ones that can acknowledge ourselves. What contribution can we be and receive, really? And so in the videos, what if we could empower you to live from the space of true knowing, and instead of being told by others what to do and what to say, who would you be if you were truly being? So I use the access consciousness facilitation, and I'm also an acupuncture physician. So there's so much in this that is about the knowing of self, the mastering. That's really what it's about for me. And how does it get any better than that?
Thank you, Maria. So again, folks, the 30-day Body, Mind, and Spirit Challenge is coming to you live. The tentative launch date is going to be January 18th. It's pretty firm that we'll be confirming in the new year, but it looks like we're going to be launching on January 18th. So that really gives everyone time to lose the fab diet, put the exercise equipment you got for Christmas in the closet and hang your hat on it. And of course, your gym membership, which you will pay for a year, you can use it for a couple of weeks. When these folks hit you, they're going to be coming at you high energy. We all are, from every angle. This vision is just completely morphed into these amazing videos. We've completed up to day 23. We'll be done within the next week. We have some more editing we got to do. We're going to be producing a couple more commercials, spread the word, get people to sign up. You felt the energy, some of the humor, and the amazing synergy that all of these people bring to the table. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. We're bringing it together in an amazing package. It's going to be delivered to you via YouTube. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your big screen TV. You can watch it at work. You know, some of the recipes are just to die for, absolutely amazing. The knowledge transfer that's happening. And, you know, you can download these, you can distribute them, you can do whatever you want. It's absolutely 100% free to you. And at the end of this, we're going to be backing it up with some amazing prizes, which will be announced in the new year. And how that's going to work is still going to be determined, but basically it's going to be done on the honor system. You journal your journey through this. You might gravitate towards 1, 2, or 3, or everybody. These videos are 30 to almost an hour long, 30 minutes to an hour long every day. They're mind-bending, and there's just a lot of information coming to you. So again, subscribe to the 30-day challenge. Subscribe to the YouTube. All the stuff will be made, and you know, will be perfectly choreographed as we move through. We're going to have a forum set up on the MDM site to ask questions. You can contact any one of these professionals. Their information is on the 30-day challenge page on the MDM site. So we're ready to rock it. Everyone's working really, really hard. This little vision that I had is now this full-blown boron ready to rock it and you know, change your life. The only question you got to ask yourself is, are you ready? So, you know, live it up on New Year's, Christmas, whatever you celebrate, eat, be merry. January 18th is your day to start change in your life. So with that said, Donna, we got anything else?
Yeah, we do. We've got some questions.
Okay.
Of course, big question is how do we sign up?
So we have been sending out a lot of emails with links to sign up on the MDM site. The only thing that's required is you just put in your email address. We have not sent out any emails to this growing email list, and we won't until after the new year. So if you're part of the MDM master list and you see us sending out via social media or our email list about signing up, if you have signed up, you are in good hands. We have not sent out any emails yet, but we will shortly.
Okay, and then we've got some feedback, and we have David. David is part of the MDM team, but David is saying what an awesome lineup that we have with the professionals. So we've got some comments in there. And let's see here. And just a quick thought for everyone. Since this is on YouTube, you can, of course, get this on your phone. So there's really no excuse for you not to be able to take part in this, right? Because you can watch it on your phone, you can watch it on your computer, you can stop it, you can come back, you can always rewatch it.
But there's the trick. You can watch it, but you need to make the choice to participate in it. Anyone can watch a movie, but you want to be Arnold, you got to get out there and work for it. And, you know, this is like manifestation, folks. You have to work. You put the thought form out there and boom, you're in the dream. And when you wake up in the dream, you look at yourself, you're like, man, I did it. So, yeah, you can watch the videos, but if you don't participate in the knowledge transfer, you're just not going to hit it. And, you know, dieting and all of it, these guys are incredible, man. Nothing like this has ever been assembled before. And, you know, I am just fully excited to release this yesterday. So the 300-day challenge, right? That's really what it is. What else we got, Donna?
And I think that's really about it. Peter, can we go around and make sure everyone gives their info? Because I know I did it.
Absolutely. Reno, can you give your contact info, please?
Yeah, you can go to my website at rinosoriano.com. It's RINO, S as in Sam, ORIANO.com. And there's a contact link and form on there that people can reach me, and I'll respond within, you know, usually within a few hours. And happy to answer any questions or give some feedback.
Thank you, sir. Wendy, how can people get a hold of you?
Yes, you can reach me by email, wendy@wendyjohns.com, or my website is wendyjohns.com, but like Howard's, it's also under construction, but feel free to send me email and I'll get back with you ASAP.
Thank you, Wendy. Jim, how can people get a hold of you?
People can get a hold of me at ichingtools.com, or it's iching tools, ICHIG tools, TOOLS, ichingtools.com, or you can send me an email, jim@ichingtools.com.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Howard, how can people get a hold of you?
You can get me at Dr. Howard, DRHOWARD, at Neurocalibrate, NEUROCALIBRATE.com. And I'm an old dinosaur, it turns out. I only look at email maybe once a day. And so if you don't get an immediate response within 5 minutes, wait a while, just don't hold your breath. 24 hours might be a long time.
Thank you, sir. Donna, how can people get a hold of you?
Thank you, Peter. So you can email me at peace, love, bliss, and joy. Well, I'm sorry, I changed that. Peace, love, bliss, coaching at gmail.com. Peace, love, bliss.
This is in there.
So yes, email peace, love, and bliss coaching at gmail.com. I also have a website, and that is peace, love, joy, and blisscoaching.com.
Thank you, Donna.
And you know what? My apologies, Peter. I have a Facebook page. You can connect with me on Facebook. I have a Love Connections page, and you can definitely like that page. You can send me an email there as well.
Thank you, Donna. Maria, how can people get a hold of you?
Absolutely. You're welcome to connect with me via Facebook. I also have a special email just for the Body, Mind, Spirit 30-Day Challenge participants, and it's magnanimousuniverse@gmail.com. I'm an acupuncture physician. I'm in Florida, and I can always offer you more information if you contact me via email. I'll get back with you. And I also would like to add that I'm the content writer for the Body, Mind, Spirit 30-Day Challenge.
Absolutely. How did that slip my mind? Folks, I just want to make something clear. There is also a small army of people behind the scenes that are helping out, from SEO work to video work, content writing, that are helping to support this entire structure that has been growing over the last 3 months. And I just want to say that we are making mistakes as we move through this. We're patchworking them and kicking it off. And I don't know, I didn't know where any of this is going, and I still don't know where this is going. But it doesn't matter if we help one person or 1 million people. It's the fact that, we are making the knowledge available to you. We can lead you to water, but we cannot make you drink. So you need to make that conscious choice to want to better yourself, bring the body, mind, and spirit into alignment. And when they are in alignment, beautiful things will happen in your life. Number 2 will come some part, later in the year. And again, that'll come in a form that, just keeps getting better and better. So I want to thank you, everyone. I want to thank everyone on the panel for joining us tonight. Your time is all valuable. And again, thank you for everyone listening. When this comes on January 18th, just, make that mental choice. You are ready to rock and roll it for sure. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everyone.